Hello students, I welcome you to my YouTube channel Online Vikas, and today in this video we will discuss certain things of fractions, and this will be the part 1 of this video. I will definitely upload the subsequent part of this same video, so there we will discuss something more. So without wasting time, let us start the video today. So here we will discuss types of fractions. Firstly, types of fractions are there are three main types of fractions. One is proper fraction, then the other one is improper fraction, and the third one is mixed fraction, or some says it's mixed numbers, and also it can be named as mixed numeral. Okay, so the basic thing is mixed. Okay, so we will discuss about them separately. Now let us first try to understand what is proper fraction. The fraction in which the numerator is less than the denominator. This is the thing you must remember. The numerator will be less than the denominator. Some examples, with the example you will be more clear. In this example you say 2 by 5. Here I think that you know what is numerator and what is denominator of a fraction. Okay, the numerator is 2 here and the denominator is 5 here. So numerator is less than the denominator. That's why it is a type of proper fraction. Similarly, 7 by 10. In here also the denominator is bigger. Okay, in the proper fraction always you remember that numerator is less than the denominator. So the numerator 7 is less than the denominator 10. So that's why it is also a proper fraction. And the most important thing is that all proper fractions are less than 1. This is also very important thing. Proper fractions are always less than 1. Now the second thing, improper fraction. The opposite of proper fraction will be improper fraction. In the proper fraction we discussed that the numerator is less than the denominator, but in improper fraction the numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. Note that, greater than or equal to the denominator. Okay, the numerator in this example you say 5 by 2. Okay, 5 by 2. So in here 5 by 2, 5 is the numerator, 2 is the denominator. So the numerator here it is bigger or greater than the denominator 2. That's why 5 by 2 is an improper fraction. Similarly, 7 by 7, the numerator is equal to the denominator. That's why it is also an improper fraction. And here it is a mistake, sorry for the mistake. All improper fraction, okay, all improper fractions are greater than or equal to 1. In the proper fraction, what we learned? All proper fractions are less than 1. Remember it, all proper fractions are less than 1, and all improper fractions are greater than or equal to 1. The improper fractions are. Now mixed fraction or mixed number. Okay, the fraction or number which has a whole number mixed with a fraction. So the example will give you a clear vision of this mixed fraction. You see this example, 2 whole 3 by 5. You can see this 2, yes, we read it as 2 whole 3 by 5, and some also read it as 2 complete 3 by 5. So let us say 2 whole 3 by 5. Okay, this 2 is the whole thing. Okay, 2 whole, and this 3 by 5 is the fraction only. Suppose you have this type of, to say something, say to bread. Okay, let it be bread, and you have this much bread, and suppose this is one bread, this is one bread, that is 2 whole bread we have, and this is 3 by 5. Though my drawing may not be correct, but let us assume that this is 3 by 5. Okay, so we will say that I have 2 whole 3 by 5 breads. Okay, 2 complete and 3 by 5 of 3/5 of one bread. Okay, then we will say it is mixed fraction, 2 whole 3 by 5. This 2 is the whole number and this 3 by 5 is the proper fraction. Similarly, 4 whole 1 by 7. And the thing is that a mixed number can be written as improper fraction. A mixed number can be written as improper fraction. An improper fraction can also be written as a mixed number. So in the next part of this video, we will try to understand how to write a mixed number as an improper fraction. So let us see this example. First we have we are going to learn how to change a mixed number to an improper fraction. Okay, let us take this example, 4 whole 1 by 2. Okay, so what we will do, we will first write this denominator it is 2 here, so we will write it as 2 here. The denominator will not change, and in the numerator what we will do, we will multiply this 2 and 4, this 2 and 4 we will multiply. So I am writing here 2 multiplied by 4, and the numerator will be added, plus 1. So plus 1. So 2 4s are 8, plus 1 is 9 by 2. So 4 whole 1 by 2, this was the mixed number, and we have changed it into an improper fraction. Okay, next example, let us take this one, 5 whole 2 by 3. So the denominator will remain same, this denominator 3 will remain same here also, and then in the numerator what we will write, we will multiply this 3 and 5. Okay, we will multiply this 3 and 5 plus this numerator 2. So 3 multiplied by 5 plus 2, we will get 17 by 3, because 3 5s are 15 plus 2 is 17. 17 by 3 will be the improper fraction for this mixed fraction or mixed number. Similarly, 7 whole 1 by 4, we can change it into an improper fraction. You see this one, the denominator will remain same, 4 will not change here, 4 will remain same, and then 4 7s are is what I am writing, 4 into 7, and plus 1 is the numerator here, so plus 1. So 4 7s are 18, 18 plus 4 7s are 28, 28 plus 1 is 29 divided by 4. So this is our answer. Is it clear? Let us try to understand now how to write an improper fraction as a mixed number. Okay, recently we learned how to write a mixed number as an improper fraction, and now we will learn how to write an improper fraction as a mixed number. Okay, opposite of the previous one. Now let us say this one, 9 by 2. Okay, you see this one, 9 by 2, is this an improper fraction? Yes, of course. Why? Because the numerator is bigger than the denominator, so that's why it is an improper fraction. And after that we will do what? We will divide it. 9, you see this one, 9 divided by 2. If you do the division, then what will write? 2 4s are 8, and 1 will be the remainder here. Now this 1 will go up, this 4 will will go to the left, and these 2 will go to the bottom. Okay, you see this one, quotient, this 4 is the quotient, yes or no? So if you take this 4 to this side, then it will be look like this one, yes or no? Then this 2 will go to the down, that means to the denominator place, like this, and this 1, that is the remainder, will go up as a numerator, so this 1. So is it clear? So 9 by 2 can be written as a mixed number, that is 4 whole 1 by 2. Similarly, let us try to understand about this one, 17 by 3. Okay, so what we will do, we will first divide the 17 by 3. If you divide, 3 5s are 15, 2 will be the remainder here, then this quotient 5 will be the whole part, this 5 will be the whole part, and this 3 will be the denominator of the improper fraction, the denominator of this improper fraction, that means the divisor, and this remainder will be the numerator of this fraction, this 2. I think it is clear. If you are not still clear, then repeat the video again and you will get it. Now equivalent fraction. First you see these figures. In this figure you will notice that in the first figure what I have drawn, it is the 1 by 2, yes or no? And in the second figure it is what? The shaded region will be 2 by 4. And in the third figure 1 2 3 4, 4 part out of this 8 part are shaded, so that's why it is 4 by 8. But did you notice all are same, yes or no? Here it is also this much part only, here it is also this much part only, here it is also this much part. That means altogether we are taking the half of this whole thing, yes or no? So all the things are same, so that's why 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4 is equal to 4 by 8, all are same. So that's why we call this as an equivalent fraction. Now you see this one. You see this one, 1 by 2. This 1 by 2 can be if you multiply this 2 with this numerator and this 2 with the denominator, that means the same number we are multiplying with this numerator and with this denominator, then what we will get? 2 1 is 2 and 2 2 is 4. So we have got 2 by 4 as the equivalent fraction of 1 by 2. Similarly, if you multiply again 2 with the numerator and again the same number 2 with the denominator, then you will get 4 by 8. So 4 by 8 is also the equivalent fraction of 1 by 2. Now to get more equivalent fraction, of 1 by 2 or say 4 by 8, if you multiply a common number with the numerator and the denominator, in this case we have multiplied 3 with the numerator and the same 3 is multiplied with the denominator of 4 by 8, then what we will get? 4 3 is 12 and 8 3 is 24. Meaning to say, whenever you multiply a common number, a same number with both the numerator and denominator, then you will get the equivalent fractions. Is it clear? Now similarly, let us take 12 by 24. This is also a fraction, and if we divide both the numerator and denominator by 3, if we divide both the numerator and denominator, then what we will get? 3 4 is 12, so 4 will be the answer, and 3 8 is 24, so 4 by 8. 4 by 8 is also equivalent to 12 by 24. Similarly, if you divide now both the numerator and denominator by 2, then we will get 2 2 is 4, 2, and if we divide 8 by 2, then 4. This 2 by 4 is also equivalent to 4 by 8. So essentially we have learned what? To find equivalent fraction, to find equivalent fractions, we multiply or divide both the numerator and denominator by a same number. This is the main essence of this part. Okay, so to get equivalent fraction, we will multiply or divide both the numerator and denominator with a same number. Okay, it will be more clear by looking at these questions. Now fill in the missing number. Okay, there may be a question like this: fill in the missing number. You will be given this 3 by 5 equals to 15 by an empty box. Okay, now since there is the in between, this is what? Equal sign. Equal sign indicates that these two fraction, this 3 by 5 and this 15 by empty box, they are equivalent fraction. So now you just need to find out what will you do with this 3 to get this 15. What will you do with this 3 to get this 15? Definitely you will say we will multiply 5 with this 3. So same thing you have to do with the denominator. So in the solution you see, try to understand this. We have multiplied 5 with this 3 to get this 15. So that 5 will be multiplied with denominator 2 to get the missing number. Similarly, you take this one, 21 by 33 and an empty box divided by 11. So in this case, we will find it out what we will do with this 33 to get 11. So in that case, you may say we will divide this 33 by 3 to get 11. So same thing you need to do. That means 21, the numerator 21 is divided by 3 to get the missing number. 3 7s are 21. Try to understand now this example C. 5 by 8 equals to an empty box by 16 equal to 15 by an empty box equal to an empty box by 32. We will fill all the boxes. Now you just find out the relation between this 8 and this 16. You will say 8 2s are 16. So same thing you need to do here. 5 2s is what? 10. That's why. Now to get this 15 by empty box, to get the missing number of this box, what we will do? We will find the relation between this 5 and 15. You will say 5 3s are 15. So same thing we need to do with this 8. 8 3s is what? 24. 24 will be the answer. Similarly, to get this one, you will find the relation between this 8 and 32. You will say 8 4s are 32. So same thing we need to do. 5 4s are what? It is 20. Okay, so I hope you have understood this one. A homework is given here for you. I hope you will try it in your home. Now, writing a fraction in its simplest form. How can we write a fraction in its simplest form? So a fraction is in its simplest form when its numerator and denominator have no common factors other than 1. Okay, in our normal language we will call it cancellation. Okay, we will cancel. So you see this one, 6 by 8, this one, you see, this is a fraction. Okay, now we will take it into its simplest form. So what we will think, we will search or we will find, is there a number that can divide both the numerator and denominator? You will say yes, 2. 2 can divide 6 and 2 can divide 8. So what we will do, we will cut this 6 and write 3. Why I am writing 3 here? Because we have cut the 6 by 3. So 2 3s are 6, that 3 is written. And similarly with the same number you have to divide this 8. So 2 4s are 8. So the answer is 4. So 3 by 4 is the simplest form of this 6 by 8 fraction. 3 by 4. Now you cannot further cancel it out. Okay, if you further can cancel, then also you have to proceed. Similarly 18 by 30. In this case, is there any number that can divide both 18 and 30? Yes, of course, 6. 6 can divide both the numerator and denominator. So 6 3s are 18. So this 3 is written here. 6 5s are 30. So this 5 is written here. So the answer is 3 by 5. 3 by 5 will be the simplest form of 18 by 30. And 3 by 5 cannot be cancelled further. Now look at this one. 48 by 36. In this case, you might be thinking that what number will divide 48 and 36? Okay, we do not know. But at least we know that we can divide both the numerator and denominator by 2, since they are even numbered, because all even numbers are divisible by 2. So 2 can divide both 48 and 36. So what will be the answer? If you divide this, 2 2s are 4 and 2 4s are 8, that means 24 will be the answer here. And if you divide it by 2, 2 1s are 2, 1 will be carried here to 16, so 2 8s are 16, so 18 will be the answer. But remember, 24 and 18 can also be divided by 2 again, so we have to divide it again. We have to stop when we will not be able to divide them, or we will not be able to cancel them, then only we have to stop. But here 24 and 18 can be divided by 2, yes or no? So if you divide it by 2, this 24 will change to 12. So 2 1s are 2, 2s are 4, 12. And if you divide this 18, 2 9s are 18. So in this case we have got 12 and 9. But wait, 12 and 9 also can be divided by 3. So 3 4s are is 12 and 3 3s are is 9. So finally what we have got, 4 by 3 as our answer. Okay, now we cannot divide it further. Now look at this one, 210 by 330. In this case you can cancel this 0 and 0. Here I have shown you. So 0 and a 0 can be cancelled. Then what we are left with, 21 and 33. By what number can you divide 21 and 33? You will say 3. By 3 you can divide both the 21 and 33. 3 11s are 33. 3 11s are 33 and 3 7s are 21. So 7 by 11 will be the simplest form of 210 and 330. Understood? Now comparing fractions. Comparing fractions with like denominators. When they will have same denominator, we will say that they are having a like denominator. Okay, like denominator means what? When two or more fractions have the same denominators. Okay, in this case you see 6 by 15 and 9 by 15. Okay, both are having same denominator, so we will say them as like denominators or like fraction. So in both the cases, since they are having same denominator, you need to find which numerator is bigger. You will say 9 is bigger, so that's why 9 by 15 is greater than the 6 by 15. Is it clear? Similarly in this case you see 8 by 5 and 10 by 5, they are having same common denominator 5. So we will find which one is the bigger numerator. 10 is bigger, so 10 by 5 will be bigger or will be greater than 8 by 5. Okay, till here it is very easy. But what will happen when they will have unlike denominators? They will have unlike denominators. That means they will have different denominator. In that case, you have to do something more. Now we will try to understand with this example. Which one is greater, 2 by 3 or 4 by 5? In this case, you can say the denominator here it is 3 and here it is 5. At the very first, we will try to find out the LCM of 3 and 5. What is the LCM of 3 and 5? If you do not know how to find the LCM of certain numbers, then you can see my, or you can check my video. I already have made a video how to find LCM and HCF of 2 or more numbers. So LCM of 3 and 5 is what? 15. So what we will do, we will write 2 by 3 here. Okay, the first fraction 2 by 3 here we have written, and 4 by 5 we are writing here. Then we will draw this bar. Okay, now 2 by 3 we will write like this, 2 by 3, and we will put 2 multiplication sign. Then we will find, can we change this 3 to its LCM? The LCM was what? 15. Yes or no? And we know that if you multiply 5 with this 3 to get, you will get 15. So 3 5s is 15. So that same number you have to multiply with the numerator 2. Then if you multiply with this 2, then it will become 10. So 10 by 15. That you see here, you see 2 by 3 it is, and we have multiplied with both the numerator and denominator 5, and we have got 10 by 15. This is the equivalent fraction, yes or no? This is the equivalent fraction of 2 by 3. In the what is equivalent fraction? How to find equivalent fraction? We learned that to find equivalent fractions, you multiply both numerator and denominator by a same number. So here also we have multiplied both numerator and denominator by same number 5. So this 10 by 15 is also an equivalent fraction of 2 by 3. Okay, is it clear? But you know that we have made this denominator same with this LCM. This is the thing. Okay, the LCM was, why we have found this LCM? Because we have to make the denominator same with the LCM. Our LCM is 15, so we have make this denominator 15, and it can be done very easily. Just you need to check what number will multiply it with this denominator to get the LCM. 3 5s are 15, so 5 is multiplied with both the numerator and denominator. Similarly, in here 4 by 5, the denominator is 5, and I told you that we have to make the denominator same with the LCM. Our LCM was 15. So with 5, what we will multiply to get 15? You will say 3. 5 3s are 15. So that 3 is multiplied with both numerator and denominator. So we have got 12 by 15. This 12 by 15 is also equivalent to this 4 by 5, because we have multiplied the same number 3 with both numerator and denominator. Is it clear? Now you can see 10 by 15 is nothing but 2 by 3. 12 by 15 is nothing but 4 by 5. And in both the cases you are having same denominator. When you have same denominator, then you can easily identify which one is bigger by just observing the numerator. Which numerator is bigger? 12 is bigger or 10 is bigger? 12 is bigger. So 12 by 15 will be bigger than 10 by 15. Now 12 by 15 means what? 4 by 5. That means 4 by 5 will be bigger than 2 by 3. Okay, again I am repeating it. First you have to find the LCM of the denominator. Okay, LCM of 3 and 5 is what? 15. Now we will write the fraction 2 by 3. Here I am writing 2 by 3. Okay, and 4 by 5 I am writing here. Okay, then we will see with this 3, what will you multiply to get this 15? That means the LCM. You will say 5. So that 5 you multiply with both the numerator and denominator of 2 by 3. Then the fraction you will get 10 by 15. Is it clear? Next 4 by 5. Come to this fraction 4 by 5. In here the denominator is 5. Now you have to decide what will you multiply with this 5 to get 15, that means the LCM, and you will say 3. So that 3 you multiply with both numerator and denominator, so you will get this fraction 12 by 15. Then now you have seen that the denominators are same. In here it is also 15 and here it is also 15. Now you can easily say which one is bigger. You will say 12 by 15 is bigger, that means 4 by 5 is bigger. Understood? I hope it is clear. We will be more clear with this example. Question: arrange in ascending order. Ascending order means what? From the smallest you have to arrange them to the greatest. Okay, so there are 3 fractions: 1 by 2, 2 by 5 and 3 by 4. As I already have told you, you need to find out the LCM of the denominators. Okay, here if you find out the LCM of this denominators are what? 2, 5 and 4. We will find this LCM. Okay, 2, 5, 4. If you try to find out the LCM, 2 1s are 2, 2 5, 2 to the 4. So 2 into 1 into 5 into 2. That means your LCM will be 20. The LCM of 2 and 5 and 4 is 20. Now you need to see, or you need to check, or we will list all the fraction. Okay, we will list all this fraction. 1 by 2 it is here, it is listed. 2 by 5 it is listed here, and 3 by 4. Now in each case, this 2, here the denominator is 2, then we will check with 2 what will multiply to get the LCM. You will say 10, because 2 tens is 20. Yes or no? 10 will multiply. So same 10 you need to multiply with both numerator and denominator of 1 by 2. Then you will get this fraction 10 by 20. After that you come to this 2 by 5. You check the denominator. Denominator is what? 5. Then you check it out that what will you multiply with this 5 to get the LCM 20. You will say 4, because 5 4s is 20. So that 4 you need to multiply with both the numerator and denominator of 2 by 5. That way you will get 8 by 20 as a equivalent fraction of this 2 by 5. After that you come to this new fraction, that is 3 by 4. And in here the denominator is 4. Then we will check with 4 what will you multiply to get the LCM 20. You will say 4 5s are 20. So 5 is multiplied. So that 5 you need to multiply with both numerator and denominator of 3 by 4, and you will get this 15 by 20. Is it clear? Then you see in here it is 10 by 20, the denominator is 20, 8 by 20, the denominator is 20, 15 by 20, the denominator is 20. All are having same denominator. Now you can easily tell me which one is the smallest here. You will say 8 by 20. 8 by 20 means 2 by 5. So I am writing 2 by 5 at the first, because we are arranging them from the smallest to the greatest. Okay. Next, after it, what is the smallest? You will say 10 by 20. Yes or no? So 1 by 2 I will write. And then 15 by 20. 15 by 20. 15 by 20 is equivalent to 3 by 4. So I will write 3 by 4. And in between them I have given this comparing sign. Okay, 2 by 5 is less than 1 by 2 is less than 3 by 4. So I hope it is clear. I have made you understand with this 3 examples, not 3 examples, 2 examples, because but I have repeated this example twice and this one single time I repeated. No, so 3 examples I have discussed. So thanks for watching. This is the end of this video. If you have not subscribed my channel, then please do subscribe, and if you have found this video useful, then please do share it with your friends and family. Thanks for watching.